Hi, I'm Dr. Joe, your high performance coach. Today, we're going to go deep. I'm going to talk to you about the fourth industrial revolution and the role of the science park in all of that. Remember, for you to become the best version of yourself, you need to understand all these technological developments and see how you can embrace them in your personal life and in your business. Let's go to my slide deck. Yeah, basically I was invited somewhere to give a talk on the fourth industrial revolution and the role of science park. But because you want to be a high performer and you are in my network, I just want to share some of this information with you. It may seem a little bit complex, but don't worry. Most of the time when you hear about the fourth industrial revolution, you'll hear about the threat that this technological innovation poses on the jobs and how we need to reskill our young people so that they are relevant for the future. This is true. You need to reskill yourself. You need to reskill your employee. But I will share about that in the next other video clips. But today I want to talk to you about what we do at the VUT Southern Gauteng Science Park to make sure that we are not followers but leaders in the fourth industrial revolution. By the way, the VUT Science Park is wholly owned by the Vaal University of Technology. And I believe we are one of the few universities that are not only training students, but are advancing technological innovation, working with industry to make sure that we contribute to the economic development of our country. Now, when you hear about the fourth industrial revolution, you will hear about some of these technologies. One, artificial intelligence and how machines are coming up and they are going to be able to interact with each other and do some of these menial tasks. You're going to hear the Internet of Things and how things will be all connected and controlled from the phones and how data is piling up. You're going to hear about the technological innovation in terms of energy storage, new renewable energies and alternative energies. You'll hear people talking about autonomous cars. These are self-driving cars, cars that drive themselves. You'll hear about quantum computing and advances in computers and storing data. You'll hear people talk about 3D printing as additive manufacturing technique. You're going to hear about the biotechnology, medical, genomic, technological transformation. You're going to hear about nanotechnology. All this may seem confusing, but I will do a series of video clips to break them down so that you as the leader can understand them. But I'm a specialist in biotechnology and 3D printing. You see on this graph or map that technology hubs are growing all over in Africa. South Africa, of course, is taking the lead, followed by Egypt, Nigeria, Morocco, Kenya. All these countries are developing technology hubs where they bring different entrepreneurs, researchers, scientists, communities, so that they can embrace and develop new technologies and put them to good use. In Gauteng, there are two major technology hubs. There's the Innovation Hub, which is in Pretoria, and there is the VUT Science Park, which is in Sebokeng, next to Vanderbijl Park. So these are the two major science parks in Gauteng. The role of a science park really is to bridge that gap, that empty space. We know Africa is rich with mineral resources, and we know that mineral resources get somewhere in the ship, they disappear, and they come out on the other side as finished products. And these are the finished commodities that we utilize every day. And the major question we need to ask is, why aren't we beneficiating our own mineral resources? Because they get off the ground, we ship them over at the lowest value. When they come back, they are very expensive finished commodities. So this is one of the challenges we're trying to address. And to address that challenges, we know we've got inputs, both mineral and bio resources, and we know what outputs we need. So the first thing we need to do is to strengthen our education. Our education leaves a lot to be desired. We need to do research in the country. We need to develop technologies or import technologies from other countries and localize and adapt them. We need to strengthen manufacturing, improve employment, and improve the well-being of our people. In the middle is issues of innovation, know-how, partnerships. And I think partnership is the biggest one because we work a lot in silos. We don't collaborate and it's just a mess. But we need skilled labor and we need capital. So this is the building block in the middle that a science park puts together. And I know many initiatives in the country to make sure that this new economic growth model works. So a science park is really a regional innovation system. In a park, you'll have different players. You'll have large businesses. You'll have medium businesses. You'll have incubators, small businesses, people who do operations and maintenance. You'll have training centers, commercial, retail. You'll have universities, training students. So it's an ecosystem where you bring various players together so that they can engage, collaborate together, and improve the economy. So let me now go back and tell you about the work we do here at the VUT Science Park. What makes our park a little bit different and competitive? One is that we've got access to a big piece of land. Yes, 172 hectares. We are based in a township. We are in Sebokeng. That means we need to respond to the needs of our communities. We are slightly different from those science parks in urban areas. We are surrounded by industry. We have a multidisciplinary team. There's a team of engineers and business people at the science park, and about 10 kilometers away it's a university where we have researchers, scientists, and esteemed scholars. We have one of the most advanced technology platform, which we call additive manufacturing precinct. I'll talk about it. Our vision really is to be a leading community responsive science park that stimulates economic growth through promoting innovation and technology adoption. We basically believe that for small companies and established companies to win, they need to adopt technologies and embrace innovation. There is no way, any other way about it. Our mission really is to utilize our multidisciplinary teams, advanced technology platforms, develop skills so that we can translate research into prototype as well as help companies to become competitive. That's a mouthful, but that's what we plan to do. 5 key objectives I want to conclude very soon. The first one is we foster research, innovation, and prototype development. That means government buys a lot of expensive equipment. They centralize the equipment here at the park so that the equipment can be accessed by companies. Remember, small companies cannot afford to buy these expensive machineries. So it makes sense to localize all this equipment in a neutral place where companies can access them. University researchers also access the technology because they need to translate the ideas into prototypes, and those prototypes, once they have market acceptance, they then can be commercially manufactured. So we centralize a whole lot of technology platforms, and I will talk or tell you about those technology platforms in the next video clip. Secondly, as I say, we have an objective to develop the industrial and technology hub. This is all about site planning, developing master plans, making sure we've got sewage, all these bulk services, water, roads, construction, because we are now a little bit villagey, but we're going to transform this place to become the next Sandton. The third objective, of course, is about supporting enterprises. So we do a lot of networking sessions to bring enterprises together. We do a lot of training to capacitate these enterprises with skills. We do a lot of incubation so that people who have ideas can be incubated so that their companies can emerge. We do a lot of consulting to companies so that we can help them with strategy, innovation, a whole lot of work. This objective really is to support companies to become sustainable. Fifth objective, of course, is to establish a network learning organization. This is all about getting the best talent, retaining the talent, making sure we take care of our people, because we've got people with unique skill set, and these people are globally competitive. They are sought after. So we have to create an environment that nurtures them, that takes care of them, that makes sure they learn, they develop networks with other partners and companies, and they develop processes that allow them to respond quicker to the marketplace, processes that are flexible. The final objective, of course, is about financial sustainability. That means we don't want to be forever and ever reliant on government. So currently, government must come to establish the basic platforms, but in the long term, we need to recruit industry to the park. We need to develop technologies that we can license out and get the revenues from those. We need to do a whole lot of activities, which I will clarify as we go along, as to how do we plan to become self-sustainable. I hope this gives you an idea of how the park is positioning itself to become a key player in the fourth industrial revolution, and how we believe that all these objectives will strengthen our economy and make South Africa proud. Hey, I thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed the clip, hit the subscribe button below so that we can remain connected as I bring you more information. In the meantime, continue inspiring greatness until we meet in the next video clip.